Hi, my name is Sofia Wikström and I'm the director of the Swedish documentary The Palace of the Citizens, Medborgarnas palats, that is produced by the Swedish national television Anneli Kustfält. And we are really happy to be participating in the 12th Mumbai Shorts International Film Festival. And I hope you have a really nice time. And I really wish that I would be able to be there in Mumbai and hoping for another year. The idea of making this film didn't come from me. It came from the fact that the Stockholm City Hall, is turning 100 years old this year. So I was asked to make a film about the Stockholm City Hall. And then I needed to figure out what to make the film about. So I started with my own memory of the Stockholm City Hall. The Stockholm City Hall is the house where maybe you have seen it on television, it's the most famous building in Stockholm, where we celebrate the Nobel banquet every year for the Nobel Prize winners. But I have never been to one of these dinners, but when I was 12 years old, I went out with my best friend the first time alone to the Stockholm city, and we went immediately to the city hall and sneaked in to the tower and all the way, and it's like a fairy tale place almost, all the way with lots of statues and very dark. And we went all the way up in the tower, up and out, where you can see the view of the whole city. And that was something extraordinary and really awesome. So that stuck with me. Then when I started to make research, I understood that I was not alone having that very strong childhood memory with the house. And it seems that we are many in Stockholm having that close relationship and lots of good memories of the house, personal memories. So that was like an ignition point for me to dig into the project and wonder why also. And then I understood while researching that the architect Ragnar Östberg, who drew this and built the house, he was quite an extraordinary man and very stubborn and had a really grand vision for this house. And that vision also was very well connected to the fact that during this period when the house was built, Sweden went into democracy. So it took actually a part of that process and that struggle, this building of this house. And that to me was really like the key into the story and what made me interested in finding a way to make a film. It can also tell something about our society and also about the people working with Ragnar Östberg building this house. What the story in the film is about is this man who uses all resources possible and he doesn't spare anything to build this, what he thinks is the most grand and beautiful house in the world. We were a really small team working with this. We were just me and a photographer and then later an editor. The biggest challenges, I think, was all the material, all the grandness of this project. There are so many stories that we had to leave out from the film that were really good stories. And I would say that the editing process was the most difficult part of the whole filmmaking. I think if you are an emerging filmmaker, I think planning and researching is really important for everyone. But I think you can never do that too much. Mhm. Because if if you have done your planning and your research, then you can also feel free to improvise when you are on set. I think the target audience, of course, it was the Swedish audience who knows and the Stockholm audience who knows the house. But I think also the story about this grand artist and his vision that is not only for himself but also to make a house that is serving the people and the democracy is actually interesting for also an international audience. The distribution plan is to get this film now out to festivals, international festivals, and hopefully also TV channels. I hope you will enjoy watching the film, and I thank you for seeing it. And I hope you are having a really good festival. And take care and see you. Okay. All the best from Stockholm. Hey.